All right, let's talk about one of the most common and, honestly, kind of confusing panics in Go, the nil map assignment. This one gets everybody, from folks just starting out to seasoned pros. So let's dig into why it happens and how you can avoid it completely.
So you see this code right here? I mean, it looks totally harmless. You declare a map, you try to add a key value pair, and boom, your program just panics and dies. What is going on here? Why does this simple-looking code just completely crash?
Okay, so here's the absolute key difference. On the left, when you just use var, you get a nil map. Think of it like a variable that has a name, but it doesn't actually point to a real map anywhere in memory. It's just nothing. Now on the right, when you use make, you're creating a real, empty map. It's ready to go. Now here's the tricky part. You can read from both of them without a problem, but you can only write to the one that's been properly initialized. That attempt to write to the nil map, that's your culprit right there.
So let's really get into why it panics. A null map is basically just a variable that's pointing to, well, nowhere. It has no actual data structure behind it to hold anything. Imagine you have a street sign that says parking lot here, but there's no actual pavement, no lines, no lot. It's just an empty field. When you try to store a key value pair, it's like trying to park your car in that non-existent lot. Go has no idea where to put it, so it just panics.
All right, so how do we fix this? The good news is it's super easy. You've got two main ways to do it in Go. First, you can use the make function. This tells Go, hey, I need a real map, please build the internal structure for it. Or you can use a map literal, which looks like this. Even an empty one works perfectly. Both of these methods give your data an actual place to live.
You know, this issue really comes up a lot when you're working with structs. Let's say you have a struct, and one of its fields is a map. If you just create an instance of that struct, that map field inside it is going to be nil by default. You absolutely have to remember to initialize that specific map before you can start adding data to it. Seriously, forgetting this step is probably one of the top reasons you'll see this panic in a real Go application. So what's the big takeaway here? Your mental model should be this. A nil map has no storage. It's an empty promise. You always have to initialize a map before you can write to it. Just get in the habit of using make or a literal before you add your first key, and I promise you will never have to deal with this annoying panic ever again.